Good morning, Mesdeline here, and today I'm going to draw from a different deck, and it's called Kuan Yin Oracle. It's Kuan Yin Oracle Guidebook. The art is absolutely gorgeous. So today I drew Veil of Shadows. As you can see, the artwork is just incredible. And this is the back of the card. I love Kuan Yin. She's my girl. Anyway, Veil of Shadows. I'm going to read you the whole thing because it's really good. A lotus blossoms with deep, rich mud into which she plunges her roots and draws great nourishment. From this mud, made of water and earth, growth happens, and great beauty is revealed. Your soul lotus thrives through the depth of emotion and aliveness of your body, into which she can plant herself and unfold as a lotus of light. Your soul lotus is blossoming. Just like a plant that outgrows the pot in which it has been planted and requires more soil to spread its roots and continue growing, your soul lotus needs more mud, some more water and earth energy so that it can grow and shine. Your soul lotus is blossoming, and I just read that. In the spiritual worlds, all things serve. Everything, including our darker emotions and parts of our body that we may not think are acceptable. They're actually good nourishment for our soul. The soul craves to love and be in love with all parts of you. Like a passionate divine lover, it wants to hold nothing back and become completely spiritually intimate with all aspects and all parts of you, whether you have thought they were lovable or not. This is such a good message because every part of you deserves love. Every part of you is lovable. Every aspect of you is lovable. This can be challenging because it can feel extremely uncomfortable to visit and consciously engage with those aspects of our personality and our bodies that we have yet to really love and accept. Isn't that the truth? Yet this is what you're being guided to embrace now. This process might be started by taking a class or engaging in a physical practice that honors the shadow part of you. If you've considered yourself an introverted person, it might be to begin to honor the counter side of this, the part that needs community and people in order to thrive. If you consider yourself a quiet person, you might need to explore how you might find joy through sound, music, and energy. For example, if you consider yourself a passionate person, you could benefit from finding the part of you that is peaceful and content in the moment with things exactly as they are now. This interplay isn't about saying that who you are now is not enough. That's important to remember. It is about acknowledging that you are that thing you believe you are not. So you think you're an extrovert? Well, hello, you're also an extrovert, right? There's that part of you that is. It is about acknowledging that you're that thing that you are not and finding a way to live it with consciousness and love. It is about delving into the parts of you that have been hidden in a veil of shadows and are now becoming ready to be revealed and lived as a part of the beautiful and whole being that you are in truth. In particular, this journal asks you to look at where you can nourish your emotional and physical life with more focus, perhaps through art, creativity, journaling, your dreams, creating collages, or engaging in dance or other forms of movement. Your spirit needs to thrive at this time. And one of the suggestions, she always has a healing thing, is to sit with your journal and write down 5 things you admire in another but do not believe that you are or have within you. And then do the same thing with 5 things you dislike in another but cannot recognize in yourself. Anyway, that's just something to give you some thought to think about. The other thing is that this kind of work takes courage, and it also takes that, that part of you that just wants to be more balanced. So I think we all have, if anybody's taken that personality test, that famous one, I can't think of the letters, MM something, anyway, we all have aspects of each thing. It's just that there's certain things that we each excel at. And so by doing this process, I think part of what it will do is to help you see where you excel, where you shine already, and then the parts of you that don't shine quite as brightly, to think about that. And if you want to, what can you do to help them shine? For instance, I've been doing this kind of work for years, so most people have no idea that when I took that personality test, I was I can't remember the number, but it was like half of 1%. So half of 1% is what it was. Extrovert. I was the most extreme introvert that this guy had ever seen. That, it was a counselor. And so, and I laugh when I think about that, because I was an extreme introvert. And I told him, I said, well, I don't think I'm that much of an introvert anymore, because, I teach and I do the things. And he goes, no, you're still the introvert, but you've expanded your comfort zone. So that's what this is about. It's like stepping out of that comfort zone, and you can do it in your own home during this time, this downtime, right? Step out of your own comfort zone. If you hate to exercise, but you feel like your body wants that, but there's that part of you that doesn't want to do it, well, maybe get a video on dancing. Or I love Tai Chi. It's just really, and I've always wanted to learn it. So there's things you can do, that creation part of you. There might be something that I know for me, I've wanted to write my memoir for years. I mean, many years. Not the memoir of my life. It's not like my life story, but about the time that I lived on the Apache reservation when I was a kid. It was such a powerful time for me. And I've always wanted to write about it and tell people about the Apache way of life, the amazing things that I witnessed, the ceremonies. There's just was so much to it, right? But that part of me, that kind of veil of shadows inside of me, kept that, which was about fear, kept me from doing that. And now, I decided that's what I'm going to do. And I'm writing it. And it's not easy. Let me tell you, people, it's not easy, because it brings up emotions and stuff. Here I am, 65 years old, thought I dealt with all that stuff from my childhood. And I did. I mean, I can tell the story without crying or getting upset or whatever, but it still brings up emotion. So I'm walking through that veil of shadows myself right now, and it's a good thing. It's a healthy thing. It's a healing thing. So whatever, if there's something that you need to do, or feel the need to do, feel called to do, and there's some kind of fear or some kind of conditioning that's holding you back, that's part of what I talked about yesterday, being who you really are. Yesterday's card was the word needs to be written, or wants to be written, and that's that part of you, that expression of yourself that the world needs to see, to hear, to feel. And now is the time. This is the perfect time for us to do these kind of things, to do this kind of work, when we're in this planetary timeout. So if you have any questions, or if you need to some support, feel free to reach out to me, because I love you, and I just feel like part of my whole, all I've ever wanted to do in my life since I was a wee child is to help other people. So reach out if you need to. You can message me on Facebook. Some of you have my phone number. You can call me. Remember that it's okay to reach out, if not me, to someone, and don't go through the veil of shadows alone. Okay? All right. I love you guys. Namaste.